Hi guys, I hate making another one of these videos, but I'm gonna have to. Last night was pretty bad. The chemicals in the bathroom, when you breathe this stuff in, it either makes you so you don't have any satiety, or the burning and the indigestion are so bad. It's ruining my looks, as you can see. I mean, I didn't look like this a year ago. With this burning, whatever it is, it works with the chemicals, and then it's all night long. It feels like you're being cooked from the inside of your body. My stomach is so distended now. Look at this. I mean, I can't even hold it in anymore. It was even worse than that last night. So this is what it's doing. Look at my arms. This is horrible. I haven't even been outside other than to get groceries. This has been the entire year since I saw those guys at Frog Alley after they roofied me. I believe Mr. Lanzi was there, and this guy called Frankie that keeps harassing me. He harassed me up to Russo's with the Joey Emanuel, the mayor. My half-brother was there. Betsy Capel's sister. So people wonder why I'm talking about these people, because it needs to stop. This kind of harassment needs to stop. I'm sorry you can't handle it with these relatives that were inappropriate, or your friends or your neighbors, but it has to stop. And we can see this with the Epstein file. Okay, so I'm not gonna get too far into that because I don't feel well today. People say, why are you talking about yourself? Because this story helps us all, because there's still children up there being abused, as I was abused. And my entire childhood, I was bullied throughout high school, and I went over it and I went on because I was told by my half family, well, that's just getting fresh. Then jokes were made by the last man that sexually assaulted me, him and his sister, who's a doctor, I might add. Oh, that's just cuddling. Oh, are you cuddling with your brother? Okay, and I can go on in that vein. The whole reason I started these videos is to speak out against this. Okay, to try to give other people some hope and some inspiration. The past year, my 50s were spent with dealing with homelessness from these people, divorce, menopause, the end of my career and business. Can you imagine being thrown on the street and that they destroy your career and your business? You have nowhere to live. And then I have to go through all these relationships where nobody will talk to me because they've made up a bunch of stuff with the police department. And the very man who sexually assaulted me and lured me up to the party with his family wrote up a bunch of stuff about how I was harassing him, and it led to the denial of all my assets. So this is why I started this channel, because we have to stand up against this. And certainly it's everywhere in our community, and law enforcement is not doing their job. So as it stands now, I haven't been to the gym all year. So I had an entire Best Fitness membership that pretty much I didn't use, except maybe a couple times a month, because this is so sick what they're doing here. I'm in the process, after I get out of here, of looking for another apartment because I'm not going to be able to stay here. I was going to join Best Fitness. This was Crunch Fitness. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten any sleep. And it was extremely painful all night long. And these people do it deliberately. And they surround you, whether it's upstairs, downstairs, or on each side of you. Every time I move around the apartment, I get a beep with the smoke alarm noise, or different noises. There's lots of other stuff, the way they let you know that they're doing this deliberately to you. So we've been through this a number of times to know it's deliberately. Certainly it should have been investigated at the YWCA. There's more than enough evidence, but they told me the Schenectady police will laugh in my face. So I wasn't going to make any more videos because I don't feel well, but I think it's important, certainly with these Epstein files, and certainly people are pretty upset, and so am I. This is absolutely disgusting that you can continue to do this, Mr. Lanzi, after everything else with all these people. And they were all over on the South Side when they lured me home, set me up with my ex-husband who knew me from Fort Johnson with his family and friends, and they've continued to do this. Last time I was at Frog Alley, this Frankie told me to suck his dick, and he was all pissed off. And I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't even know these people. I never really hung out with them. They were my ex-husband's friends. So I will continue to speak out. It's a lot to deal with, and I'm certainly not doing it just for myself, because I wouldn't go in front of the camera looking like this. It's hideous, and I haven't been able to sleep. I don't go out at all. I haven't been out for a year other than to try and get groceries. So this past year, the Crunch Fitness, thank you very much much for giving me a membership. I barely used it at all. I was going to go over here to Best Fitness. I have an appointment for tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to make it. I can't do much of anything. I have a lot of pain in my stomach. This burning continues. I've proven numerous times this is being done deliberately. You can choose not to believe me, or you can choose to believe me. But this is what these people are doing to cover up, whether you want to call them MAPs, whether you want to call them pedophiles, sexual abuse, rape, sexual assault, domestic violence. This is what we're dealing with, amongst other things. And these people have been covering it up for a long time, certainly in my life, which is why I started this channel. I gave everyone a chance to talk to me, apologize, and I just wanted my assets. They took my car, my home. I find out there's other police officers involved, and they continue this harassment. I've been shadow banned on Twitter. I've been shadow banned on X now, and certainly with my YouTube channel. And certainly this last part of it with Mr. Lanzi about ruining the way I look. And he's done repeated things with my ex-husband. It was all this scary stuff about the mafia, or then it was the Hells Angels, or we're gonna beat people with baseball. So the the threats became more extreme as my ex-husband threatened to put me on the street, make me homeless during menopause. Nobody would want me. And then the court system took all my assets. So I will continue to speak on that. I don't think we need an extra, all this other stuff about economic abuse. It's basically stealing from your spouse, throwing them on the street, and making the police departments making up a bunch of horrible lies and continuing this harassment wherever I go, as I'm some sort of example of their hatred. And we can see, and a lot of them brought up Trump, so we can see this whole MAGNA thing to now cover up for pedophiles, which is why I wrote a formal complaint to the Amsterdam Police Department, and they threw it away, and they continue to harass here in Albany. So I will be looking for another place, and I apologize. I wish I had better news, but it's pretty horrible that these people continue to cover up for these people, certainly in my situation. Be safe, guys.